Okay, so let's take a look at what this guy says. It says down here, Christian Nationalist pastor says women are the kind of people that people come out of. What? Okay, let's find out. Okay.
Kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're
Well-
meant to have babies? That's
well,
it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically.
Okay. Let's see what else he says. I don't even know what to say to that. I feel like it would just be, it's like such an obvious bullshit. Let's see what else.
The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom
Yeah.
of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue?
No? And no, it's not automatically an issue.
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson
my
is the
God.
leader of a Christian nationalist movement that believes in a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands. Josh and Amy Prince.
I don't think I should be shocked by that. I know those people exist, but I'm shocked by that in the 21st century, saying outright you think your wife should submit to you. Oh my God. And he has a book, and I bet he's probably popular. I'm sure he's popular among some people. Okay.
Along with their 4 kids, moved from Washington State to Moscow, Idaho, where Wilson's movement is based.
Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no, in the sense that we're
Okay, if you have to say yes and no, we're already got a problem. We got a problem here, okay? Yes would be the answer. Easy, 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 easy answer. Yes.
both saved by grace. We're absolutely on equal footing, but we have very different purposes.
Okay, of course.
But do you see yourself as the
You know what this reminds me of, folks? During the Jim Crow era and things like that. Okay, there was this phrase of separate but equal. The idea that black and white people, they're equal, of course, but they're separate, right? They're separate. They should be in separate facilities. They shouldn't go to the same schools. They're separate. They're different, but they're equal. You can see the flaw in that argument.
head of the household as the man?
He is the head of our household. Yes.
Why is she's okay with that? She's okay with being put in that position? I mean, if that's what she wants, I guess, but okay.
And I do submit to him.
So like moving here
I was just
was
gonna say that.
ultimately your decision.
Yes.
That's a great
That's a great example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, okay. Women shouldn't be able to vote. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Oof.
His fellow pastors Jared Longshore and Toby Sumter agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And
Oh.
I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with.
Oh, having discussed it with my household. Yeah, I'm sure you would take their opinions deeply into consideration when you do that, huh? Yeah, sure. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Geez, how considerate of you. My God. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I'm having trouble giving commentary to this. It's really quite shocking to me. I don't know why this is so shocking to me. I mean, understandably, it's shocking. But like just the bluntness of these people. Are you kidding me?
With my household.
But what if your wife doesn't want to vote for the same
Right.
person as
Yeah.
you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who
Good discussion, but okay.
have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that.
Oh, God, please. Oh, grant me grace, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, Making an atheist pray. Okay. Okay, all the struggle that went into getting that amendment passed, all the sacrifice that women made, and by the way, some men did too, to get that amendment passed. Um, eh, anyway, that's really gross. Okay.
And I'd support it on the basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is
I mean, I'm sorry, aren't women humans? Am I missing something here? Aren't women human beings? I feel like it's not good for women, and they're who are humans. I mean, am I crazy?
unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles.
Looking at the leadership page for Christ Church, it's
Right.
all men.
Yeah, ask Queen Elizabeth II, often called the Great of England, about that. Ask Queen Victoria of Russia. I mean, we could list tons of people who, I mean, obviously, I'm a socialist. I don't agree with a lot of what those folks did, but my point is, very effective leaders of their countries, oftentimes much better than men. I'm just saying. I don't like saying women shouldn't be in leadership roles. Is not only obviously misogynistic, sexist, all those other isms, is also just moronic. Because don't you want the best leader in charge of your country? Sometimes it's a woman. I mean, that's the way it works. Okay.
Do you accept women in leadership roles in the church and government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
Well, that's not what
Yeah, no. By the way, the same thing in the Catholic Church. They don't let women be priests and stuff like that. The only, even though in the early church they were, it was largely an issue of property. That's why the church got rid of it. But because when a female clergywoman would pass away, her property would go to her husband and not to the church. So they weren't a big fan of that. Okay. Whew.
happens in the Bible. Women do lead all the time.
Progressive faith leader Reverend Jennifer Butler is concerned about Wilson's growing influence.
I got to say, Winterlinde made a good comment here. Winterlinde, Angela Merkel, Ursula von der Leyen. Wait, the U.S. still hasn't had that. Yeah, you're right, Winterlinde. As a matter of fact, there are countries in the Islamic world. We all know how people are always saying that Muslims, hate women or whatever the other nonsense people say. There are countries in the Islamic world, for example, Turkey, in Indonesia, where there are far more women in their legislature than in the United States, and yet we keep screaming about how those folks are misogynistic. Okay, so we could go on. I could go on about that.
He is rapidly gaining in power. He has hundreds of churches established around the country. They actually literally want to take over towns and cities, and they have access to this administration.
Wilson's highest level connection to the administration is Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
It's not
Moron incarnate.
organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth
sure
has
you do.
publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later.
And didn't Hegseth make a comment about women in the military? As I recall, he said something about women in the military. I can't remember exactly what it was. I mean, I guess this kind of goes along with the people he is promoting. Okay.
The Doug Wilsons and the others.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
Alyssa, jump scare.
So you just think they're meant to have babies. That's
Well,
it. They're
Did
just
I
a vessel.
restart it?
No,
I'm
it-
sorry. Let's go back.
Over.
Wilson's highest level connection
go.
to the administration is Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but
That's so, Alyssa?
it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later. The Doug Wilsons and the others.
Women
Okay, that was that video. Oh my God. Okay. They're so they're just saying it. They're just saying it. I mean, oh God, women are human beings. I mean, you all know this. Do I need to say this? Women are human beings. They deserve equal rights. Obviously. I don't, they're not chattel to be owned by a man. They're not just baby making machines like the Nazis viewed them to be. They're people. Who would have thought? Shocking revelation there. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, you're right, Henry G. The president of Mexico is a woman and has very high approval, is a very competent leader. I mean, I feel like I don't even need to defend this. It's so obvious. Like, Okay. Yeah, you're right, JK. He thinks the US should be a theocracy. He stated it in his goal, right? And by the way, a lot of these folks are the same folks who like will down talk Iran and be like, "Oh, well, they're an Islamic theocracy," while they are openly promoting a theocratic state in the United States. They're the American Taliban. Let's just be honest about it. 100% American Taliban. Is that so, Luke? Do you live in Idaho, Luke? Maybe I was. That's pretty normal to hear. Are you serious? I know I'm acting like I'm kinda naive at this point, but maybe I am a bit naive. I, like, never hear that, but I mean, I know it exists in the United States, trust me, I know, but the open talk like that? Oh my god, okay. Um, alright, folks, I'm gonna see, we'll react to one more here or maybe a couple more, we'll see how long the next reactions are. Holy shit, okay, God, I need some alcohol. Um Hobo Johnson, by Macy. Macy, would you well, is this a song? I'm gonna open it up. I'll see what it is, and then I'll see if we react to it. Oh, it's a song? Oop. Okay, Macy, I'm gonna hold off on that. I was actually planning to do like a stream where I actually react to music at some point. So, as much as I can with copyright. So let me, um, Why Socialism by Albert Einstein. We just watched something like that, Macy. I'm gonna skip that one. Forgive me. Um, uh, okay. Oh, I like the look of this one. Um, Okay, I'm gonna watch. So, Alice, you sent me a great one too. I'm gonna skip yours. I will promise at some point I will. But I just on the same topic that we just talked about here. JK sent. Please let me know who you are in chat. JK sent another one of that moron. This moron right here. I just want to see what he. Since we're on that topic, let me just do that real fast. Um, oh Jesus. Okay. Here goes my blood pressure again. Okay. Oh, screw my life. Okay. Well, let me see here. Uh, Okay. So this is that same human, I guess he's a human, talking about the name of this is Inside One Pastor's Crusade for Christian Domination in the Age of Donald Trump. And by the way, we've seen a massive explosion of Christian nationalism with Donald Trump. A lot of the policies they're promoting are absolutely explicitly Christian nationalist. And I maybe I just don't live in a place where I experience that much. I'd absolutely know it exists, but it is so shocking just to hear it coming out of people's mouth. Okay. All right. Okay, folks, let's see how this goes. Um, okay, let's go. Oh, accidentally muted it. Here we go.
Part of the Communion of Reformed Evangelical Churches, and its aim is global Christian domination under a strict interpretation of the
Right,
Bible.
Alyssa?
CNN's Pamela Brown went to Moscow, Idaho to meet the controversial pastor behind it.
Oh, is this the same interview, folks?
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson makes no apologies for his beliefs on God and country.
I'd like to see the town be a Christian town. I'd like to see the state be a Christian state. I'd like to see the nation be a Christian nation. I'd like to see the world be a Christian world.
And now
How would you achieve that? Like a crusade? What are we saying here? How would you force people to do?
Wilson's controversial views as a Christian nationalist are gaining sway in the nation's center of power with the recent opening of his new church and high-profile parishioners like Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
Is planting a church in D.C. part of your mission to try to turn this into a Christian nation?
Okay, so I've got it. So Alyssa said, "Welcome to the red pill, CR." Honest question: do we think I haven't seen this stuff because I'm a gay man and like that kind of content? I'm not exposed to it as much because like I said, I know this stuff exists. I've never like I don't see this stuff often. Like I don't see people talking. I know that there's the red pill stuff that happens. Is this like kind of standard out there on the internet for straight men who are uh anyway, right, Elliot? Why don't we just move to yeah, okay, absolutely. I mean, all right. I am not, Macy. I'm not from somewhere rural. I am from an urban area. So maybe that's part of it. I have mainly only lived in urban areas, so that would make sense. Is it more of a Gen Z thing? Okay, I really was just trying to clarify. Consider myself lucky. Okay. Oh God. All right.
Yes. So every society is theocratic. The only question
100% no. As a matter of fact, the United States was founded on the principle of separation of church and state. Okay, that was one of the Thomas Jefferson, not a great guy, but famously said, "There shall ever be a wall of separation before church and state." It's supposed to be founded as a secular nation, open to anyone of any religious group. Obviously. I hate that talking point. I hate that talking point. I hate that talking point. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Let's go.
is who's Theo. In a secular democracy, it would be demos, the people. In a Christian republic, it'd be Christ.
Well, what would you say to someone watching this to say, look, I'm a Muslim. Who are you to say
Right.
your worldview is better than
I like this journalist here. She's asking very pointed questions, not letting him get away with some stuff. So
mine, that your God is better than mine?
Well, if I went to Saudi Arabia, I would fully expect to live under their God's rules.
But you said earlier that you want this to be a Christian world.
Yes.
So you want to supplant their religion with your Christian.
Yes, by peaceful means, by sharing the gospel. There's a
is that so, Jay Shadow? Jay Shadow says, dude, I'm a straight cis white male in my 30s who loves hunting and fishing in rural Missouri, and my algorithm always pushed right-wing, red pill Christian nationalist propaganda. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, I know that the algorithm and stuff is being pushed towards oh my God. Okay. No wonder. Okay.
lot of work yet to do. I believe that we are working our little corner of the vineyard.
Wilson's Little Corner, a picturesque campus nestled on the outskirts of downtown Moscow, Idaho, is growing by the day with thousands of like-minded Christians. Parishioners of his church, known as Kirkers, own and operate several businesses downtown, next to liberal college town stores.
If it's true,
Why did he yell boo? It's
because of me.
because of you.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh my God. Sorry. Jay Shadow has some, I'm very fascinated with what Jay Shadow is saying here. You too, Tiago, you've also gotten that pushed on you. Jay Shadow, present tense, still to this day, no matter how much I follow left-wing creators, I hardly ever find lefties or leftist content just scrolling. I have to search it out. Oh my God. I mean, I know the algorithms are cursed and stuff, but is that so, Sammy Lammy? Even though you're a lesbian and you're socialist and your algorithm does the same, I don't see this sort of stuff. Jay Shadow, right. If people say you're in a bubble, obviously not. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm so sorry for my straight cis white friends. And I guess apparently my lesbian socialist friends out there that you get exposed to this absolute batshit crazy nonsense all the time.
That's a regular day for you.
That's not unusual.
A big focus of his Christian movement is on a patriarchal society where men are.
I'm surprised he's willing to let her even speak to him, and he's even making eye contact and letting, doesn't he probably view her as, second-class citizen? She shouldn't have a thought to her own, just smile, just stand there, like, why are you so down? You should smile. Like, well, don't think about it too much, honey. That kind of shit. Like,
are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies. That's it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and
again, folks, when I was in college, I had the opportunity to be hooked up to a machine that simulated what it was like to go through labor, and they only cranked it up to 50%, and I was like a crying baby at that point. So, forgive me, but women who do give birth, it's not just like, oh, it doesn't take any effort. It takes effort. It takes a lot of effort. Let's not downplay that.
Who is the chief executive of the home is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue for you?
No, it's not automatically an issue.
Josh and Amy Prince, along with their 4 kids,
Okay, we
moved
saw
here
this
from
part.
Washington State.
I'm gonna,
Do you
folks,
see
I'm going to
any
go ahead. We did see this already. I'm going to go ahead to see if we can get past it.
who have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed?
I would support.
Oh, God.
It's all men. Do you accept?
Take
Yep.
over towns and cities, and they have access to
Hey.
this administration.
Wilson is part of a broader Christian nationalist movement making inroads with the Trump administration, with a newly created faith office
go.
led by evangelical pastor Paula White Cain, and people
I know
seen
about
right
that.
outside the White House entrance praying and speaking in tongues.
We are standing on the soil of the White House, and we are declaring.
Yeah, so folks, if there's any evangelical Christians in chat, don't get me wrong. I've seen this footage before when they, these folks stand in a circle and do this. It just is a real, it creeps me out.
Your word.
How precious.
And now there's a monthly prayer service at the Pentagon, initiated by Hegseth, Wilson's highest level connection to the administration.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later, the Doug Wilsons and the others.
Wilson's influence spans the
Jesus
globe,
Christ.
with more than 150 churches.
If anyone's interested, there's a great documentary. I believe it's on Netflix called The Family. It might not be on Netflix. It dives into this kind of secretive a Christian organization that has influences government a lot. I recommend it. This reminds me a lot of The Family. Yeah. Okay. Just something to think about. I am aware that they have massive influence. It's just it is rather shocking to see it on display.
Lennox Califungwa moved to Moscow from Africa.
It's really because I wanted to be a part of a community that was doing something, and especially in building Christian institutions.
Are there other black families in this community?
Oh, absolutely. There's a few black families.
Wilson maintains all are welcome to his church, but he's also not shying away from his past controversial statements on race.
Do you still believe what
no.
you said back in the 90s, that there's a
no.
mutual affection between master and slave?
Yes, it depends.
Oh, Jesus Christ, save me. Oh my God. Okay. No, there wasn't. Nope.
On which master and which slave you're talking about. Slavery was overseen and conducted by fallen human beings, and there were horrendous abuses, and there were also people who owned slaves who were decent human beings.
All right. I love that argument. I love that argument that, but there were some slave owners that were good. Again, yet they were still slave owners. Okay. I don't need to explain that to you all.
And didn't mistreat them. I think that system of chattel slavery was an unbiblical system, and I'm grateful it's gone.
What he also wants gone?
Is it unbiblical? I feel like in the Bible there's a lot of references to that. Okay.
Same-sex marriage, because he thinks homosexuality is a crime.
In the late 70s and early 80s, sodomy was a felony in all 50 states.
I always think it's funny, folks, how a lot of these people that are super religious, they seem to be thinking a lot about quote unquote sodomy. Like, it's kind of weird if you think about it. Why are they always thinking about it? Right? Like, it's like, dude, just chill. Like, why are you always thinking about sodomy? Why are you so obsessed with what gay people do in a bedroom? Like, is that on your mind a lot, brother? Because it seems like you're thinking about that quite a lot. Seems like you're thinking about trans people a lot. Thinking about people's private parts a lot. Kind of weird. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Macy Shorty. Maybe wanting what they can't have. It's just kind of weird. Like, I'm a gay man and I don't go around thinking about sodomy all the time. But these people love thinking about that stuff. Apparently, they're obsessed with it. They make a whole political movement out of it. Okay. Yeah, Luke, someone needs to check out his search history. I totally agree.
That America of that day was not a totalitarian hellhole.
So you would like America to go back to that?
Right. The age of slavery was not a totalitarian hellhole. Okay. Oh,
yep.
Wilson maintains his ultimate goal is to bring about the second coming of Christ through his work, and rejects critics' claims he's trying to make
based. I love when people wear the these outfits. from Handmaid's Tale. Okay, great show and great book, by the way.
The dystopian world of The Handmaid's Tale a reality.
I'm not a white nationalist. I'm not a fascist. I'm not a
Beg to disagree.
I'm not a racist. I'm not a misogynist.
Beg to disagree and beg to disagree.
How far off do you see a Christian nation, like a full-on Christian theocracy?
Oh, 250 years.
250 years.
Yeah, honestly, that's yes.
What you see. But you do think it will happen?
Yes, I do. We're not going to usher in anything ourselves.
I actually might partially agree with him there, folks. I do see us heading that way. So, hey, if we can agree on one thing, maybe we will be a Christian theocracy in 250 years. I suspect it won't take that long. Oh, my God.
We're really genuinely pioneers.
All right, thank you, Pamela Brown, for that report. CNN has reached out to the Defense Department to inquire about Hegseth's.
Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, all right. Jeez. Yeah, right, Meowzord. Okay. Guys, you have a lot of good comments here in chat. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah,